What's up, y'all? Jaden here, Redneck Riding. So, now that have acquired a good bit of tools, I decided that I was gonna give everybody my thoughts on the tools that I do have, on what power tools I have. Um, so, obviously, I have a lot of Ryobi. Now, y'all may be like, why Ryobi of all brands? Well, for me, price, one, is a big deal. And two, they've been using the same batteries for, the same battery setup for years, as you'll see with some of the, a few of the tools that are already in here. I don't have all Ryobi. I mean, I do have the Hercules and like an M12 knockoff there for a cordless ratchet, but yeah, for the majority of the time, the majority of this is just price. The majority of these tools I did get used. I think there's only two of these tools that I actually got, two of the Ryobi tools I've gotten brand new. Altogether, I think there's four tools that I've gotten brand new, out of all of this. So, but yeah, let's get to it. So, I guess let's start off over here. So this here is that's one issue I have with this tool. I'm gonna show. It's already showed itself. This is a Ryobi. Let's see, I don't know, is the model number in here? No, it isn't. But this is a Ryobi orbital sander. This is a PCL 406. Now, this thing works pretty good. But exactly what it just is one of my biggest issues with this tool. This, it does have dust collection thing, but this bag never likes to stay on for nothing. Even when I'm not holding it. Even when I'm not, even when I'm holding it like this, it don't like to stay on. I mean, look how loose that is on there. I'll push it on there, and it's still pretty loose on there. But, outside of that, I mean, it's an amazing sander. It does great. I love it. It's very comfortable in the hands, honestly. And honestly, I mean, I really like this thing. It does quite well. And I'm going to be putting these tools up as I show y'all them. Now, next, over here is this basically a Milwaukee M12 knockoff 3/8 drive cordless ratchet. Now, I do use this thing a good bit. Would I get this again? I don't know. Not that I don't like it. It's just part of me wants to have a name brand one. But, I mean, it works very well, though. I mean, I don't have no complaints with it, It works fine. There's not much to say about a ratchet. So, next up, this is one of the tools I got brand new. I currently have a very one cutoff wheel on this. I was using this yesterday, actually. But this is a Ryobi PCL 445 or 455. I mean 445. Goodness. And I got this thing brand new. I got this with 2 amp hour battery that's currently on the sander and a 4 amp hour that's on the HP drill. For $80. I got the grinder, those 2 batteries, and the charger right there. And this did come with a wheel, with a grinding disc. And honestly, this thing's been great. It's got plenty of power. The only thing that I don't know if this is like just a problem with this type of Ryobi grinder, or if this is just a fault with my own tool. You have to change the wheel. You have this lock here, but you have to spin it and then it will go in while you're pushing this, and now it's locked into place. That's the only thing I don't like about this tool, but otherwise it's amazing. I love this thing. I use it all the time. I would highly recommend this grinder to anybody. It's got plenty of power. It is on the louder side, I will say, but that don't really matter as long as it gets the job done, as far as I'm concerned. Now, next, we'll review that later, is this 5.5 inch, well, one of my two 5.5 inch circular saws. Now, I haven't had this one for too long, but I've already used it a good bit. I think that the model number on this one is hidden in the battery tray. Yeah, it is. This is a PCL 500. Okay. You gotta be careful as to which models of these circular saws you buy, because some of these won't let you get a full 90-degree cut for some reason. But I was using this a lot. I haven't had this even for a week yet, but I've used this thing a good bit. And compared to this one I was cutting through about this thick of plywood, and it didn't stall out one bit. And I mean, I was going fast. You know, you're not supposed to go that fast with these things. But this thing has plenty of power to it. The adjustments are really easy to get to, and it feels amazing in the hand, honestly, with the grip. It feels a lot better than this one. And I was using this on and off for about 4, maybe 5 hours, and it only knocked one bar off the battery that entire time. And I was running this exact 4 amp hour battery. I'm pretty sure I've charged this since, but yeah, I have. But yeah, I really do like this thing. Highly recommended. Now, next tool we're going to look at is also another 5.5 inch Ryobi circular saw. Now, y'all can tell just by looking at this one. This one's extremely old. And I have a newer blade on it. This is the PCL, this is the PCL 501. Now, if y'all seen one of my previous videos, y'all would have seen about the PCL 501G. That's basically the exact same saw, but it's green. In case you hadn't watched that. For the age of this saw, I think it's still doing pretty good. I have had it stall out on me a few times, but then again, I'm bad for going really fast with a circular saw. I mean, for your average guy, your average homeowner, I think this thing would do fine. Would I recommend this in 2025? If you already have it, sure. But I wouldn't go out specifically and buy this saw, because you can get a lot better deals with I can't think. With bundles off of Facebook Market, you can get a lot better deals. If y'all have seen one of my previous shorts. Not that I don't like this thing, but it's just hard to recommend that exact tool in 2025. Now, next, we're going to do 2-in-1 here. These old blue Ryobis. These two my father gave me. This one's the P205 3/8 inch drill. This is a P231 impact. Love this impact. I still use this thing a good bit, especially since my mechanic impact broke. In case y'all wondering with that one, I have it up here on the shelf. The battery tray on this, I dropped it without the battery on it. It landed perfectly for the battery tray to snap. But this thing still works, actually, if I put a battery in it. But I got this one, so why bother? If y'all have any ideas on how to fix that, that'd be great. But it ain't a big deal. But I love this impact. This head impact has been heavily used, and it still works very well. Now, y'all may be like, this thing don't look very used. Well, that's because, unlike some people, I actually like to take care of my tools. I don't like just tossing them all over the place. I use them for what they're meant for. I don't really throw them around. They ain't good for them. So, but this drill, this is one thing. These blue Ryobi drills, I wouldn't get these anymore. Honestly, I would stay away from any brushed Ryobi drills anymore, solely because of the fact that used, you can get a brushless one for maybe $10-15 more used. It's not that these are bad tools, it's just the brushless ones are much better and smaller and more powerful than these. So, not that this is a bad tool or anything. This tool has been used and abused for over 15 years. It still works fine. But I would stay away from these blue Ryobi drills nowadays. The impacts, on the other hand, if you can find them cheap, like $25, man, go ahead. These things are outstanding. And honestly, some days I prefer to use this impact over my brushless one. And it's not for the reason that you'd think. It's solely because some days, especially with when you put bigger batteries on this one, the weighting feels better with this one for some reason. But that's just a preference thing. But I mean, if you're just starting off in the tool space, man, and you're looking for these, and you're looking for a starter impact, man, get one of these old brushed Ryobis. I wouldn't get one that's been absolutely used and abused, like that green one that's broken now. But if you can find one that's been, fairly used but not destroyed, man, go ahead. I've used this impact for, well, not just me, but my father. Me and him combined have used this impact for over 15 years. And this thing's been great. And you can still get new this is part of the reason I really like Ryobi's platforms. You can get brand new battery and still use it on a 15-year-old tool. And actually, these batteries work on these batteries started being made in 1996. Some of these are early ones, the yellow and black ones. If y'all are old enough to have ever seen one of them, but man, pack back. But you can still use those on a modern tool. I mean, you can use those old batteries on a brand new tool. You can use these brand new batteries on a almost 30-year-old tool. So, now next, this is a brushed 1/2-inch Ryobi PCL 206 drill. Now, is this a bad drill? No, not by any means. Now, I honestly didn't really want this drill because when I bought it, when I got it, it came in a bundle. I really didn't need this drill because I already had this one, and then I have those as backups. But now I have a 1/2-inch backup, so hey, whatever. But it's hard to recommend these brushed drills anymore. If you're getting a drill, knowing how the majority of people use these things, it's better just to go with the brushless ones. For, a backup, if you're working in construction, you need a backup, fine, that's fine. If you're just starting off and these are really, really cheap, fine. But if you already have a few tools, like maybe you already have an impact and a light and a sander or circular saw, and you're needing a drill, just get a brushless one. I got this brushless one for $45 on eBay, and I love it. It's been amazing. This one, I hadn't had it for too long, but I will probably never use this drill. And also, I am almost, this thing sounds almost exactly like these brushed these like 15 plus year old brush drills. I mean, listen to this. I mean, it's just hard to recommend these brush drills anymore, especially if they're going to get used a lot. Now, next up, we're going to go real quick. This light here. Now, is this a bad light? No. But do I like it? Yes. Do I use it much? No. This is a swivel head. This is a P704. The reason I don't use this much is because this is a halogen bulb. This isn't a LED one like this one. I use this one all the time. I love it. Here, I guess we'll knock two out in one. But you got your LED here, bright as the sun. And then, if I can get the battery off of it. And then your halogen one. Yeah, I mean, it's a night and day difference between the two of these. It's not that this is a bad tool. It's just, if you already have an LED one, it's not really worth getting. I don't think they even make these ones anymore. I got this one in the same lot that I got that drill in. But keep in mind, though, in that lot, I got that 1/2-inch drill, the sander, this circular saw, that radio, and this light, and a charger, and a 4-amp hour battery, and the 1.5 amp hour battery for $85. Now, I still do use this, but not near as much as I use this one. It's only when I really need like 2 lights, really. So, it's good. It's nice. It's nice to have, but do I use it much? No. Would I recommend it? Not really. I got this light brand new for $25, tool only, and this thing is very bright. And this thing's great in the hand. It still has your swivel head. Well, not side to side, but your up and down, which I found that very helpful with mechanic work. Love it. Absolutely love it. So that's it for this one. Now that I got so many tools, like struggling to find where to put everything. Now next, I'm going to do this speaker here. This is a P742. And this does actually have some batteries in the bottom of it. That's just to keep your your clock here working. Now this is a radio slash speaker. So this is a FM AM radio. It's got Bluetooth, and it's also got an aux and USB on it. And for how small it is, it actually sounds pretty good. I haven't had this for too long, and I've already used it a good bit. Would I recommend this? Yeah, I mean, if you're one that likes to have music on the job site and you have a lot of these batteries, yeah, go right ahead, man. This is one of my favorite things to use out of everything I have. I haven't even had this for a week, and I've already used it almost every single day on a job or something. Okay, home stretch here. So we'll move away from the Ryobi's for a minute. We're gonna take a break from the Ryobi's and go to the Hercules. So this is a Hercules Ultra Torque, and this is your Gen 2 Ultra Torque. Got a 5-amp hour battery on it. I don't think this thing's full. Oh, it is fully charged. Okay. You got your speed selector here. I made a video like a couple days after I got it, saying what my thoughts were on it, and honestly, nothing has changed. This thing is honestly one of the most powerful half-inch impacts I've personally used. Now, I know there's still more powerful ones out there, like your DeWalt's and your Gen 3 Milwaukee's or something like that, but you gotta remember, though, especially with the Milwaukee's, these were made to go up against the Gen 2 Milwaukee's, not the Gen 3's or the whatever generation they're on now. And honestly, I mean, for for $109 for the bare tool, that's great, especially if you already have the batteries. But if you don't have the battery, I got the battery and the charger and the impact in a bundle at Harbor Freight for like $260, I think. Yeah, I love this thing. This thing's amazing, and it's got a lot of torque to it. It's got a lot of power to it. I really like this thing. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Now, finally to the home stretch. Got your, we'll start off with, you know what? We'll start off with the drill. So this is a PBL DD01, 1/2 inch. This isn't a hammer drill. I don't know why I put clutch on. Now, what things I really like about this drill. Yes, this is a brushless, being 1+ HP. This is a metal chuck. All the other drills I've had are plastic ones, and this one's a locking chuck as well. And this thing has a lot of power to it as well. I mean, there's not much you can say about the drills. You know, it feels great in the hands, got a lot of power to it. And yeah, you know, it's brushless. And I got this thing for $45 used off of eBay. I don't know why I'm trying to take the battery off. And honestly, it was worth every bit of that, and honestly, even more. And that's one thing I really like about these Ryobi tools, is you're getting a lot for your money. You're really getting a lot for your money. Now, last off, we got my impact driver. This is a PSB ID01. Now, this one, I did get this used for $45 as well. Would I get this exact impact driver? Because this is a little confusing with the 1+ HP one. Ryobi has 3 different 1+ HP drivers, and this one is the lowest tier. Would I get a Ryobi brushless impact driver again? Yes. Would it be this exact model? No. This one is, like I said, the base model. It still has your quick connect and disconnect on it, and it's, you know, and it's still a good bit faster than what I had, that being that blue Ryobi. But this is your lowest RPM, lowest impact per minute, impact out of their brushless line. Now, am I saying this is a bad tool? No. But I'm just saying, personally, I probably wouldn't get this impact again, except if it was for a really good price. You know, not that it's a bad impact. It works great. You know, that's just something I realized after I started getting into the 1+ HP line of tools. It's by no means a bad tool. I know I do like it, especially for what I paid for it. I also paid $45 for this impact, and yeah, you know, like I said, it's not a bad tool. It's just, you know, there is a few tiers above this one, and when you're working in construction, time is of the essence, I guess you could say. You know, not a bad impact, just be careful as to which impact you buy out of the 1+ HP line, because there is different ones, and they do have different amounts of power to them. But yeah, that's it for this video, going over my power tools, about battery operated power tools. I don't know if you can count motorized stuff as a power tool. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. If there's anything you think I should get. I do have a not a circular saw, a Sawzall on the way. Because that is definitely something I am going to need. I've managed to make do without it, but it would be very nice to have. So let me know what y'all think, and what I need to get. And also, while I have y'all here, let me show you the the broken boy. If I can find the... Okay, there we go. So, what happened to this, I had it sitting like this, and I accidentally knocked it off. It didn't have a battery on it, and it landed perfectly on the battery tray here. It landed like this, and the weight of the top of the tool ended up breaking the battery tray. And the thing is, here, let me rub the battery off of the light. If I put a battery in this thing, it still works fine. But yeah. And keep in mind, this is the only, like literally the only Ryobi tool I've had break on me. And I have a lot of Ryobi tools. This is the only one I've had anything break. You know, that I've had break out of all of the tools I have. So if y'all have any ideas on how to fix this so I can use it again as my, because this was my mechanic impact, but yeah, it's a little sad now. So, but yeah, if y'all have any ideas, please let me know. I've already tried super glue. That didn't hold well. But I don't want, you know, otherwise this thing's just going to continue to sit and such. So, and, you know, it ain't a big deal, but if y'all have ideas, I would love to know. So, that's it for now. I will see y'all next time here on Redneck Garden, and hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, y'all.